Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy MidPokemaster here with the APA Academy Season 2 Draft Analysis. So, this is now a 24-man league. We did awful last season, going 5-5. After the first half of the season, we were 4-2, and then lost 5 games in a row. So we really did not do good last season. So this season, I want to prove to myself and everybody watching that I'm a good battler, and that I deserve to be here. So, this is a 24-man draft. It's Ubers. And we are in the Civil War format to where, so that means there's 3 coaches that draft 7 people to be on, like, their team. And, like, depending on what rank your team comes in, like, first, second, or third, that changes how many playoff spots your team gets. So, first team gets, like, 5 or 4. I don't know how exactly it works, but it makes sense in the long run with how many draft spots everybody gets. So yeah, let's get into this. So before we get into this, don't forget to like and subscribe. I also want to give a shout out to Josh, aka Ultra Player, the dude who flinched A drive twice in the APA Season 5 semifinals, to where A drive didn't even have a chance to win. Just hacks him out of playoffs like that and didn't even care. It has now been redeemed because he made my draft slides for me. So thank you. I love you. And West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads. So let's get into this. So I had 9th pick, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So this is Uber. So in the first so many picks, you're going to get something broken. So first pick that went by was Yveltal, then Mega Mewtwo Y, then Xerneas, then Lunala, then Mega Lucario, then Marshadow, then Mega Gengar, then regular Mewtwo. So, your boy wanted Mega Mewtwo X. Thing is incredibly broken, incredibly strong. Only thing that it can't break is bulky psychic types. It's a psychic and fighting type, which I believe I already said. Has 106 HP, 190 attack, 100 defense, 154 special attack, 100 speed def, and 130 speed. So this thing hits so super hard on the physical and special side. Can take so many hits. Can be like bulk up, recover, drain punch, psycho cut. Can be calm mind, recover, fighting move. It might get focus blast and psych strike. So this thing is incredibly broken, hits so super hard, and I'm super excited to use it this season. So I'm not going to go super in depth on this because I need to get this video done because week 1 also goes up today, most likely in a few hours. So I need to get that video recorded. And I should have had this up last Sunday, but I really just haven't had the motivation or the time to record. So, and I really wanted to get it done because I feel like draft analysis are important. Just so you know what my team is, even though I could just do that at the start of a video. But this makes me feel better. So yes, this is kind of awkward the way I'm explaining everything, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, next pick, we only get 2 Ubers per draft. And I actually get 3, and I'll explain that later. So, I got Gensect. Great low tier Uber. Bug and Steel, 71 HP. 120 attack, 95 defense, 120 special attack, 95 speed def, and 99 speed. Things hits super hard. It's a great choice scarf user. That speed tier at 99 makes it to where base 100s, which there's a lot of those in the format, have to run Jolly or Timid or speed boosting nature against my team. Because if not, Genesis will outspeed. This thing will be choice scarfed most of the time with U-turn and then just like 3 coverage moves. And this thing will hit super hard with its download ability. So if your defense is lower than your speed def, then I'll get an attack boost. And if your speed def is lower than your defense, I'll get a special attack boost, which is really helpful. So yeah, hopefully Gensect puts in the work this season. It's a great mon, and I'm super excited to use it. I've never been like in a real like Ubers League before. I've been in one called the Pokemon Ubers League, PUL. Remember my friend Zombie, but I don't take it very seriously. It's kind of just a more relaxed league. But I'm excited to see how I do with Ubers and against real competition that know what they're doing. So next pick I got was Zapdos. I've used this thing twice. Last time I used it was IBLD League, and I loved it's just defensive and offensive presence against teams. 90 HP, 90 attack, 85 defense, 125 special attack, 90 speed def, and 100 speed. Thing hits super hard. It doesn't have the greatest move pool. You'll usually run like Thunderbolt, Heat Wave, Hidden Power, Roost, Toxic, Defog, Volt Switch, U-Turn, and Discharge. So, that sounds like a lot, but in Draft League that really isn't a lot. I'm looking through its move pool right now to see if there's anything I missed. And Toxic. It also gets Whirlwind and Tailwind, which are kind of niche options, but it'd be super cool to see. I'm super excited to see how Zapdos will do this season. So next, I got a mon that you would think's kind of early in regular Draft League, but considering this is a 24-man draft, Ubers League, I'm surprised it lasted this long. And it's my boy, Alolan Muck. There are so many good special attackers and psychic types in Ubers that you always need a good dark type to deal with them. And that's why I got Alolan Muck. Probably my favorite dark type to use in the format. 105 HP, 105 attack, 75 defense, 65 special attack, 100 speed def, and 50 speed. This thing has so many good viable sets, even though you mainly only see two, like the Curse Papa Berry Recycle set with 2 attacks, or the Poison Touch AV, especially defensive set. But this thing has put in so much work for me. You saw me use it in PMC, which I didn't finish uploading, but I ended up winning. And Alolan Mug just put in so much work. It had so much offensive and defensive potential at the same time. And its only real weakness is, I believe, ground type attacks? Yes. And I have a Zapdos that switches into that any day of the week. So I was super excited to use this. Super excited to have it again. I love Alolan Muck. I'll always nickname my opponents after it just because they're trash. And Alolan Muck is literal trash. So yeah. So next mon we got was something that I probably got a little too early. But I wanted a fairy and a grass type. I needed both of those. And I thought this mon kind of helps me with my speed tiers. My girl Whimsicott. Infiltrator and Prankster are so good. Infiltrator so I can get like a quick defog off if I'm going to die. If something's faster than me, it's going to kill me and I need hazards off the field. Prankster is just so good. Like Prankster, Leech Seed, Substitute Protect, Synthesis. You wouldn't run that, and it's even good offensive. 60 HP, 67 attack, 85 defense, 77 special attack, 75 speed up, and 116 speed. Thing is so fast, and not much wants to switch into the combo of grass and fairy. Only thing that switches in is steel types, and I have a Mega Mewtwo X that I can U-turn into with this thing. And I believe I made this thing a Z user. No, I didn't. That would have been cool for like Z Memento. I probably should have made it a Z user over one of the other mons I made. But Z, just Whimsicott in general, was such a good support mon while it's also offensive. So I'm really excited to see how it does for me this season. So, as I said before, each team only gets 2 Ubers. I got 3. I got my boy, Zygarde 50, the worst Uber there is. Because there's Zygarde Complete, but Zygarde 50 is so good. I don't know how it lasted to round 6. This mon is broken. Has a ground type move that hits flying types. So you have to draft a mon that is actually resistant to it, not just an immunity that's a flying type or levitator. Sorry if you hear that noise outside, I don't know what that is, but there's not much I can do about it. 108 HP, 100 attack, 121 defense, 81 special attack, 95 speed F, and 95 speed. Not the fastest mon, not the most hard-hitting mon, but when you don't have good resistances to this thing. With Choice Band, 1,000 Arrows, it's going to hit like a truck. Like Dragon Dance, Extreme Speed, Outrage, I don't know why I almost said Expert Belt. I meant 1,000 Arrows. Or Coil. I love a good Coil Dragon Dance sub 1,000 Arrow set. This thing has such a good potential between being physically offensive. You can even run special, and you can run defensive on both sides of this thing. This mon is so good. And I'm not going super in depth with these mons because if you're really watching Draft League at this point, you're really going to know what most of these mons do. So there's no point in going into super in depth about it. So next, I had to get the goodest doggo there's ever been in Arcanine. I love Arcanine. I can't tell you the last time I actually used it. Intimidate is a great ability. It lowers your opponent's attack stat. 90 HP, 110 attack, 80 defense, 100 special attack, 80 speed def, and 95 speed. You really won't see offensive too much. It'll be more, I believe, like physically defensive. It has a decent move pool with Flare Blitz, Wild Charge, Extreme Speed, Morning Sun, Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Flamethrower, Crunch, Outrage, Close Combat. So yeah, that actually sounds a lot better than I originally thought. But I feel like on this team it's going to be more defensive because, I don't know, I just feel like between Mega, Mewtwo X, Gensect, and Zygarde 50, I don't need another really strong physically offensive mon. So it would probably be more defensive. And I started to look at my team, and I have no hazards. I have 0, and I have 2 defoggers so far. So I wanted to get some more hazards on this team that can help me out, can help out my Zygarde and Mewtwo just by whittling them down with Stealth Rocks. And I want another ground type that wasn't weak to ice, so my opponent, if they have a fast electric, have to decide what hidden power they're going to run this week. So I got Hank Dink Tank, the Swampert. 100 HP, 110 attack, 90 defense, 85 special attack, 90 speed def, and 60 speed. This thing is such a good stealth rocker, it's so reliable. My good pal TTM Sticks loves Protect Rendo Pert to see if the opponent is carrying the grass move for them turn 1 when you want to set up rocks. Because if a mon with the grass coverage is out against Swampert turn 1, they're probably going to click it because they want Swampert either extremely weakened or dead. So if you have Protect and you know they're going to go for the grass type move, you can switch out into a good mon to take it. Not the most versatile. It can be offensive, but like Arcanine, it's probably more defensive, like Earthquake, Scald, Stealth Rock, Protect, Roar, Toxic, things like that. So yeah, I love Swampert. I really love this draft as a whole, and I'm super excited to see how it does this season. Give me a second. My throat's starting to hurt. Gotta love G Fuel. So now I need a more of a especially offensive mon, because I really don't have anything that's too good like that so far. So I got my boy Exploud. You'll really only see Choice Specs or Choice Scarf Exploud, and I'll most likely just be spamming Boom Burst because with that scrappy ability, it'll be going through ghost types. And with that 91 special attack doesn't sound so high, but when you have 140 base power, stab, normal move, that not much resists, and nothing's immune to, it's going to take some lives. So, not really much to go into with Exploud. It's just going to wall break on the especially defensive mons. So next, here I only had 20 points left, but there really wasn't much left that was good. So I got another hazard control mon with Crystal. It gets spikes and stealth rocks. Can also shell smash with Rock Blast, X Scissor, Earthquake, Stone Edge. So this thing can do some damage or just hazard spam. I think it's pretty good. I don't know how often I'll bring it, if even once. Hopefully I do, because hazards are so good, are like incredible in Ubers to get mons without recovery down low for my Ubers to take over for them and just deal a lot of damage. So hopefully Crystal might be able to put in some work this week. Or ever. So, next one I got is Venomoth. Another especially offensive mon with Tinted Lens, things that resist its bug and poison typing will be taking extra damage, making it basically neutral. It doesn't have the best stats. It only has 70 HP, 65 attack, 60 defense, 90 special attack, 75 def, and then 90 speed. But I could easily run Quiver Dance and Sleep Powder, so I'll put its checks to sleep that are switching in, and then I'll Quiver Dance on their faces. Then if they're especially offensive, I'm just going to be boosting my Spadef so they can't do much damage to me when they wake up. So, yeah, Venomoth is pretty self-explanatory. Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, Sludge Bomb, maybe Hidden Power, maybe Roost. So yeah. And now I want to get to my final pick of the draft. I wanted something that could help break normal types, like Porygon 2 and not Muck, Miltank. And I wanted another hazard remover that I don't have to bring every week, but it's always a nice option. And my boy Hitmonlee. And if any of my opponents have Tapus, I can bring my own Unburdened Sweeper. With 120 attack, you don't want to be taking close combat from this thing, or a high jump kick if it's reckless. So yes, this is my team. Tell me down below what you think of my team on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being like terrible, 10 being probably the best draft you've ever seen. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.